Now, it says in Deuteronomy 16:18, judges and officers. These are two different things. Okay, what do they mean, judges and officers? Judges are the ones who write the laws. Officers are the ones who enforce the laws. And it says, shall you make you in all your gates. Now, the commandment could have simply stated, you need to appoint judges and officers. Why did it add that you need to make you? Fascinatingly, the you is in the singular. So in one sense, the you, all of you need to make judges for you individually. And where are our gates that have to be in our gates? Our eye gate, our ear gate, our mouth gate. We need to appoint judges ourselves. How often do people say, oh, you shouldn't be watching that? Or you shouldn't be listening to that? Or you shouldn't be saying that? We need to appoint judges within ourselves for those things. All right? Now, as Rosh Hashanah, or the Day of Judgment, approaches, it's time to contemplate how we are policing ourselves, what we're doing to recharge our values of honesty and commitment. In less than a month's time, we're all going to be judged, and it's important for us to preempt the judgment with our own personal accounting. How many of you want to have all your accounting done before the IRS comes and checks your accounting? Okay, you want all your ducks in a row. Well, that's something we need to realize. God is about to judge each and every one of us, and we need to get our affairs in order. Now, let's see. Genesis 18:25, Abraham is talking to God about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And he says, shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Who? God is the judge of all the earth. Deuteronomy 32:36 says the Lord is the one who's going to judge his people. How many of you are glad it's the Lord who's going to judge you and not Satan? In Acts 10:40-42, it talks about how Yeshua was risen from the dead to be witnesses of those who were freely chosen before by God to us. And it says, he commanded us to proclaim to the people and to testify that this is he who is appointed by God as judge of the living and the dead. Yeshua is the appointed judge of the living and the dead. And look at 2 Timothy 4:8. From now on, there's laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give me on that day. And not only to me, but everyone who loves his appearing. There are a lot of people who are afraid of his showing up. And then there are a lot of those that can hardly wait. Now, the interesting thing, and you only see this in Hebrew about the word judge. Judge is shaphat. What looks kind of like a W is the shin, and it's the SH sound. The middle is the P, and then the tet is the T. Judge, judge, judge. Shaphat, shoftim, mishpatim. Let's look how that works. There's one root word which means to judge. But what happens while shaphat is judged, when you add the M on the end, you get the plural, just like we add an S. So shaphat becomes shoftim, which means more than one. And then when you have shoftim there, if you add another Hebrew letter, you get mishpatim, which means judgments. But all of those, you have the root word. But what I love is the ancient Hebrew that Moses wrote in, David wrote in. And here is the ancient words for shaphat. On the far right, you can see how it became the modern. But the shin in Hebrew means tooth or teeth, and those are fangs. That means to consume and destroy, just like God's a consuming fire, which is why it's Shaddai. Okay, then the pei is a mouth. Okay, you can kind of see a mouth there that's opening. And then the tet is a circle with a cross representing the serpent. So the very word judge means to destroy the mouth of the serpent. And the judge of the earth shall do right. Now an officer is a shoter, and here we have to destroy the serpent's head. That's what the officer does. Okay, he brings the judgment on the serpent. So what's fascinating is in Hebrew, you see these things you don't see in English.